In a dark room filled with lights and strange sounds, a group of alien leaders sat in high chairs. Their skin was blue and silver. Their eyes glowed like fire. They were watching a big screen on the wall. On the screen, Earth was shown, small, green and full of life. The alien leaders laughed. They believed humans were weak. One leader said, "They fight each other. They have no order. They cannot stand against us." Another leader nodded. "Their weapons are old, their minds are slow, we will crush them in days." They had been watching humans for years. Now they were ready to attack. They called it Operation Silence. Their plan was simple. Attack small human bases, study their reaction, and destroy their spirit. Once humans lost hope, the aliens would take over the planet without a big war. On the screen, the first test began. A small human base in a dry desert came into view. Dust flew, the air. The sun burned above. 5 alien ships appeared in the sky. They moved fast and quiet. The base had only 15 soldiers. Most of them were young. Some were scared, but one man stood tall. His name was Sergeant Adam Kane. He was not like the others. His face was calm, his eyes sharp. He didn't speak much, but when he did, others listened. No one knew his full story. Some said he had fought in secret wars. Some believed he had died once and come back. But in truth, Adam was part of something old, something powerful, and the aliens were about to learn what that was. The alien ships dropped metal pods. Each pod opened, and tall alien soldiers stepped out. They had long arms and sharp weapons. Their skin was hard like armor. The alien leaders smiled. "This will be quick," one of them said, but it was not quick. Adam gave no speech. He gave no warning. He moved like a shadow. His rifle was fast, but his hands were faster. He used the land, the wind, and even the enemy's fear. One by one, the alien soldiers fell. He never stayed in one place. He shot, moved, disappeared, and struck again. His team followed him, but even they couldn't keep up. One alien soldier tried to hit Adam with a plasma blade. Adam blocked it with a broken metal rod and then smashed the alien's face. Another alien fired at him from above. Adam rolled, grabbed a fallen weapon, and shot it out of the sky. The base was burning. Dust filled the air. Screams and blasts echoed, but Adam did not stop. In the control room, the alien leaders stopped, laughing. They watched as Adam climbed a broken tower and jumped onto a moving ship. He broke the window, pulled out the pilot, and took control. He flew the ship low and crashed it into the alien ground team. Fire rose in the sky. The screen shook. "How is he doing this?" one leader asked, voice low. "This is not normal," said another. "No human should fight like this." The screen showed Adam, covered in dirt and blood. He walked through the smoke. He carried 2 wounded soldiers on his back. He did not look tired. He did not look afraid. He looked like he was just getting started. In 1 hour, the small human base had turned into a graveyard for alien soldiers. Out of 15 humans, 6 survived. But they had won. Adam Kane had led them to a miracle. The alien leaders sat in silence. One of them whispered, "This was not in the report. This human is something else." Another leaned forward. "We need to find out who he is, where he came from." "But why did our weapons fail?" one asked. "Why were our soldiers slow?" A voice from the back said, "Because we were not ready for heart, for will, for human rage." The screen blinked. A message from Earth had been sent. It showed a short video clip. Adam stood in front of a damaged flag. He looked straight at the camera. He said only 5 words. "You will not break us." Then, the message ended. The alien room stayed silent for a long time. For the first time in years, they felt something they had not felt before. Not hate, not anger, but fear. They had seen something they did not understand. One human had stood against their army and won. They came looking for weakness, but they found fire, and the war had not even begun. Long before the alien attack deep under the mountains of Alaska, there was a secret human base. It had no name, no flag, no lights, only a code: Titan 12. The people who worked there were not regular soldiers. They were scientists, war planners, and trainers. They were building something new, something dangerous. Not a weapon of steel or fire, but a weapon made of flesh and blood. They called it Project Titan. Project Titan was created after the first signs of alien life were discovered many years ago. A few leaders on Earth believed war would come, but they knew Earth was not ready. Human armies were brave, but they were slow to change. So these leaders chose a different path. They decided to make a new kind of soldier. Stronger, faster, smarter. A soldier who could survive any planet, any fight. A perfect warrior. Adam Kane was one of the first. He was chosen as a boy. His parents died in a war. He grew up in many places, cold places, hard places. He learned to fight before he learned to read. The project found him at age 10. They gave him a choice: live a normal life or become something more. Adam chose the second path. He trained every day, every night. He ran in snow without shoes. He climbed cliffs with one arm tied. He fought with real weapons against real enemies. But they didn't just train his body, they trained his mind. He learned languages, battle history, alien biology, space tactics. He studied pain and how to use it, fear and how to beat it. His heart became strong, his body stronger. He could heal fast. He could hold his breath for 7 minutes. His bones were coated with special carbon. He could lift double his weight. But what made him truly dangerous was his will. He never gave up. After 10 years of training, he was ready. But the world had changed. The alien threat seemed to vanish. Leaders lost interest. They said the project was too expensive and too risky. Project Titan was shut down. Most of the test soldiers were sent away. Some disappeared. Some became guards, agents, or shadows. Adam Kane left quietly. He became a normal soldier in a small base. No one knew what he really was. Not even his team. But the training never left him. And when the aliens finally came, Adam was ready. The alien leaders wanted to know why their plan had failed. Their computers replayed the battle again and again. They zoomed in on Adam's face. They ran his voice through their scanners. But he did not match any file. He was a ghost. They sent spies to Earth. They searched old military systems. After days, they found something strange. A locked human file with a red warning. Access denied, Titan class. The aliens broke in. Inside were reports, tests, and training videos. One file showed a young boy lifting a soldier off the ground. Another showed a man dodging bullets in the snow. And then, they saw the name, Adam Kane. The alien leaders looked at each other, so he was made for war. But the humans stopped the program. Why? Maybe they were afraid of what they created. Or maybe they wanted us to find him. The aliens now feared more than one man. If Earth had one Titan, could there be more? Was Adam the last or just the first? Back on Earth, Adam was silent. He fixed his weapon. He helped his team bury the dead. He did not speak of the past, but deep inside he knew this was only the beginning. The aliens had tested Earth. Now they would come in full force. He looked up at the sky. It was clear now, but he could feel the storm coming. In a hidden room below the ruins of his base, he found an old case. Inside were files from Project Titan. Names, faces, maps, messages from the past. Some Titans were still out there. Adam picked up a communicator. He turned on a secret channel. Static buzzed. Then a small green light blinked. One word was sent. Awaken. Far away, in silent corners of the world, others opened their eyes. Strong men and women, trained like Adam, began to move. The Titans were returning. The aliens thought they were fighting humans, but now they would face monsters of their own making. The sky was dark when the alien ships came. They did not hide. They wanted the whole world to see. People in every country looked up and saw the same thing. Massive ships, floating like silent mountains above the cities. Some were afraid. Some thought it was a dream. Many believed it was the end. But the aliens did not fire. They sent a message. It was translated into every language on Earth. The voice was cold and smooth. We come in peace. We offer help, knowledge, and future. Your world is beautiful. Let us share it. Together. People cheered. Some cried. Many leaders welcomed the aliens. They thought it was a miracle. No war, no invasion, only peace from the stars. The alien ships landed in open fields. Their soldiers stepped out, smiling with human-like faces. They brought food, strange plants, and energy devices. They shared small secrets, medicine, clean power, fast machines. The world began to change, quickly. But Adam Kane did not believe them. He watched from the shadows. He studied the alien movements, their patterns, their timing. Something felt wrong. Too perfect. Too easy. Then he saw the truth. The aliens were testing Earth, not with weapons, but with trust. They gave just enough gifts to win people's hearts. But behind the smiles, they placed machines in power stations, water plants, and satellites. Quietly, they took control, not with fire, but with control of systems, power, and people's minds. Adam sent warnings. He tried to speak with leaders. Some listened, most did not. One general told him, "You're just afraid. These aliens are our friends." Adam didn't argue. He had no time for words. He had to prepare. He found two old titans, Lena Cho, a tracker from the Arctic base, and Malik Raza, a close combat specialist from the desert program. Both had left their old lives, but when Adam called, they answered. Together, they moved. Across countries, watching the aliens. They saw secret meetings between alien leaders and human traders. They saw a global company that suddenly grew rich. Too rich. And they saw a pattern. Cities close to alien landing zones were slowly losing communication. People were disappearing. Adam knew what was coming. This was not peace. This was the quiet before the attack. The aliens were planting roots. When they were ready, they would strike from inside. One night, the alien leaders met in their high command ship above the Atlantic Ocean. Their faces changed, their voices colder now. The humans are not ready to fight. Their minds are soft. Their leaders beg for gifts. Our machines are inside their world. It is time. But one commander warned, there is a problem. The Titan has returned. He is not alone. They know. The leader replied, then we move faster. The next day, 10 power plants shut down. 3 satellites crashed. Communications between nations went silent. The skies above Asia turned black. With alien fighters, Earth had been fooled. The war had started and no one saw it coming, but Adam Kane did. He and the other Titans moved quickly. They protected a small base in Europe, saving over 200 people. They took control of an alien drone and sent a secret message to any surviving commanders. The message was simple. Earth is not yours. Not yet. People began to wake up. Soldiers started to resist. Old enemies became allies. Humans were angry, but they were still confused. They needed leadership. Adam stood in front of a group of tired survivors. They lied to us, he said. They smiled while placing knives in our backs. But now we know. And now we fight. Lena. Cho added, we are not alone. We were trained for this, and now it's your turn to stand with us. One man asked, but how? Their weapons are too strong, Adam replied. So are our hearts. From that moment, a new resistance was born, not just with guns, but with courage, planning, and human spirit. The Titans led small teams to free, captured cities. They destroyed alien machines hidden in power grids. They hacked into systems the aliens thought were safe. The aliens were confused. Earth had no single army, no great weapons. But humans were everywhere. They adapted fast. They fought smart. They refused to surrender. The aliens had made a mistake. They thought peace would make humans weak, but peace had made them ready. And Adam Kane had just begun his real mission. The war had begun. It was not loud at first. It started with silent attacks, power loss, network crashes, vanishing people. But slowly the world understood. The aliens were not friends. They were invaders. Across the globe, small human teams fought back. Adam Kane and the Titans led many of them. They moved like shadows, striking quickly, saving lives and breaking alien systems. Hope began to rise. People started to believe they could fight. They could win, but not everyone wanted the aliens to lose. In the high towers of a great city, a man named Chancellor Breck watched everything. He was not a soldier. He was a leader, trusted by millions. His voice was calm, his words smooth. People saw him as wise. But behind closed doors, Breck had made a deal. The aliens had promised him power. They told him he would rule what remained of Earth. They would make him governor of the humans, the voice between two worlds. In return, he had to help them from the inside, and he agreed. He gave the aliens maps of resistance bases. He sent false messages to human armies. He told his people lies. Do not fight. The aliens only want peace. Those who resist are dangerous. Some believed him, some didn't, but by the time they saw the truth, it was too late. One night, Adam and his team were resting in a hidden bunker under the mountains. They had just returned from a hard mission, freeing hundreds from an alien prison camp. Malik. Raza was injured. Lena was tired, and Adam was reviewing their next move. Suddenly, alarms screamed. Enemy breach! Adam grabbed his weapon. But it wasn't aliens at first, it was human soldiers. Uniforms of Chancellor Breck's special guard. They stormed in with heavy gear, shouting, "You are under arrest! Stand down!" Lena stepped forward. "You're making a mistake! We're not the enemy!" But they didn't listen. A fight broke out, bullets flew, smoke filled the room. Adam and his team fought back hard. They escaped through the emergency tunnel, but not without loss. 2 young fighters were killed. Malik's arm was broken. Their safe house was gone. From a secure location, Adam sent a message to the resistance. "We've been betrayed. Someone inside is working with the enemy." All signs pointed to Chancellor Breck. Back in the alien command ship, the leaders smiled. Their plan was working. With Breck's help, they now had the location of Titan bases. They began striking them one by one, fast, brutal attacks from the sky. The Titans were strong, but they were being hunted, trapped. Adam knew they couldn't win by only reacting. They had to stop Breck. The Titans planned a risky mission. They would enter the capital city, break into Breck's tower, and find proof of his deal with the aliens. If the people saw the truth, they would rise against him. The plan was simple. Too simple. They entered through old subway tunnels. Adam led the way. Lena hacked the tower systems. Malik guarded the rear. They reached the top floor after midnight. The office was empty, quiet, too quiet. Then the trap snapped. Doors locked. Lights went red. Dozens of armed guards rushed in. Behind them, alien hunters appeared. Taller, stronger, faster than normal soldiers. This was no capture mission. It was a kill zone. Adam yelled, "Fall back!" The Titans fought fiercely. Adam used hand-to-hand combat, throwing enemies with brutal speed. Lena covered the team with sharp sniper shots. Malik used a heavy plasma cannon, taking down alien armor. But there were too many. Malik was hit. He kept fighting. Lena was wounded. She kept firing. Adam carried them both out, bleeding, broken, but alive. They escaped into the night, but they failed their mission. No proof, no message, just more death. The next morning, Breck spoke on global broadcast. "The Titans have attacked the capital. They are not heroes. They are terrorists. We must stand with our alien allies for peace, for order." And just like that, the world changed again. People were confused. Some believed Breck. Others began to doubt. But Adam didn't stop. He swore to expose the truth, even if it cost him his life. As he looked at the sky, filled with enemy ships and lies, he made a promise: we don't run. We fight in the light or in the dark. We are Titans, and we rise again. The world was silent, but war was everywhere. Cities looked normal on the outside, lights, people, machines. But deep underneath, fear was growing. Alien control was tightening. Chancellor Breck had given them full access. They now controlled food, energy, and even news. People didn't know who to trust. They were told the Titans were dangerous, that Adam Kane was a traitor. But the truth was different. In a deep alien prison under the Atlantic base, over 300 humans were locked away. Soldiers, scientists, rebels, anyone who resisted. They were kept in dark rooms, fed just enough to survive. Some were beaten, some were questioned. The aliens were looking for Titan leaders, and now they had one. Lena Cho had been captured after the tower ambush. She was badly hurt but still alive. The aliens wanted to break her. Every day they asked, "Where is Adam Kane?" She never answered. Her body grew weaker, but her eyes stayed sharp. She knew help was coming, because Adam never leaves anyone. Behind, far away, in an old bunker deep under the Alps, Adam stood in front of a digital map. His hand was bandaged. Malik Raza lay nearby, healing slowly. Their team was smaller now, but Adam had found something, an old Titan protocol hidden inside the alien network. A secret back door. The prison wasn't just a cage, it was also a data vault. The aliens were storing human DNA, brain scans, and tech blueprints. They wanted to understand what made humans so hard to defeat. They feared the Titans. They wanted to copy them or destroy them forever. Adam's face turned hard. "This isn't just a rescue," he said. "It's a message. We break in, we get our people, and we show them. We are not afraid." The plan was crazy. The prison was under the ocean, surrounded by alien drones, shields, and guards. No one had ever escaped. But Adam had a plan, and he had help. In the dark web of human resistance, a new name had appeared: Echo. No one knew who or what Echo was. But Echo had eyes everywhere. Alien ships fell from the sky with no reason. Data was stolen, messages leaked. When Adam contacted Echo, he got only 3 words: "We are ready." The Titans moved fast. Using an old cargo ship, they hid under the radar and floated toward the Atlantic base. At night, they dove into the cold Black Sea. The water was full of mines and scanners. One mistake would kill them, but Adam knew the way. They reached the outer wall. Lena's tracker still blinked on Adam's wrist. She was alive. He sent a short signal, just 2 taps. It meant, "We're coming." Inside her cell, Lena smiled for the first time in weeks. Then the wall exploded. Smoke, water, fire, everything shook. The prison alarms screamed. Lights turned red. Alien guards ran to control the breach, but they were too slow. The Titans stormed the halls. Adam fought like lightning. His fists broke armor. His blade cut deep. He used alien weapons against them. He freed prisoners as he moved. Malik followed close behind, now with a metal brace on his arm, but his heart full of fire. Other fighters joined them, men and women, who still believed in Earth. In the chaos, Lena's door opened. She stood tall, though her body shook. Adam helped her walk, but she said, "I can fight." He gave her a weapon. She joined the charge. The prisoners were moving, but they still had one problem: the exit. The alien guards had sealed the escape doors. Above them, a warship charged its main cannon. Then something unexpected happened. The warship exploded from inside. Everyone froze. A voice came through their radios. "This is Echo. Path is clear. Go." The Titans didn't stop. They rushed out, carried the weak, fought the last guards, and reached the surface. Waiting above were stolen alien ships. Small, fast, powerful. Enough for all. They flew into the sky, flames behind them, and disappeared into the night. News of the breakout spread fast. People saw video of the prison, the rescued survivors, the aliens caught off guard. And they saw Adam Kane, alive, strong, defiant. Even those who doubted now started to question Breck's lies. The aliens were angry. They had lost control, and worse, they now knew the Titans were not dead. The fire was still burning. Echo was real, and Earth was rising. In a quiet room, Adam looked at the stars. He knew more battles were coming, but tonight, they had won. The breakout changed everything. The aliens had lost control of their strongest prison. Over 300 humans were free again. The world was watching. Some people still believed the lies from Chancellor Breck, but many now had doubts. The truth was spreading. Slowly, quietly, but it was spreading, and behind that truth was Echo. Nobody knew who led Echo. Some said it was an AI. Others believed it was a group of hidden scientists. But Echo didn't care about fame or names. They only cared about one thing: saving Earth. They were fast, smart, invisible, and now they were ready to fight in the open. Adam Kane sat in a dark room inside a hidden base in the mountains. He stared at the message glowing on the screen. Echo is everywhere, ready to rise. Lena stood behind him, still recovering from her time in the alien prison. Who are they? She asked. Adam didn't smile. The future. That night, Echo made their first global move. Alien communication towers across 5 continents shut down at the same time. Power grids built by alien machines started to fail. Satellite signals broke. In seconds, the alien systems were blind. They didn't know who had done it. They couldn't track the signal. But the message was clear: Earth was no longer silent. In the cities, people began to resist again. Walls were painted with the Echo symbol, a circle with a single line through it. People whispered stories of heroes and survivors. The aliens tried to stop it. They increased patrols. They punished whole towns. But the more they tried, the more people joined Echo. Breck was nervous. He stood in his tall tower, watching the world slip from his fingers. The aliens demanded action. Find Echo. Crush the Titans. End this now. Breck ordered a full attack. On a known Titan base in Africa, alien warships surrounded the mountain. Hundreds of alien soldiers moved in, but the base was empty. The Titans had already moved. It was a trap. While the aliens wasted time and energy in Africa, Echo teams hit 12 alien supply routes at the same time. Energy cores exploded. Weapon factories burned. Storage units vanished. Adam led one of those attacks. He and Malik Raza flew deep into alien territory and destroyed a major fuel center. The sky turned orange with fire. The aliens tried to stop them, but they escaped using stolen alien bikes, fast, loud, and shining like silver bullets. They're not ready for us, Malik said, laughing as they flew through the clouds. They never were, Adam replied. At the same time, Lena and her new squad of rescued fighters were in Asia. They broke into a human control center taken over by Breck's army. Lena stood in front of the crowd and said, "This center belongs to Earth now. Spread the signal." And they did. Across the globe, Echo was no longer a whisper. It was a storm. The aliens made one last move. They sent their most feared weapon. The Mind Seer, a strange being, tall, with no face and long hands that could control thoughts. It entered cities and made people obey without question. Some called it a god, others a demon. Adam knew they had to stop it before it reached the last free zones. He gathered his team, Lena, Malik, and 4 Echo fighters. They tracked the Mind Seer to a city once called Rio. Now it was a fortress. Towers, scanners, and soldiers everywhere. But Adam had a plan. They used underground tunnels, Echo's hacked maps, and distraction teams. They made it to the center where the Mind Seer was controlling thousands. The moment they entered, the air changed. Cold, heavy, like their minds were being pulled. Malik dropped to one knee, holding his head. Lena gritted her teeth. "It's inside us," she whispered. But Adam walked forward. He focused on one thought: freedom. The Mind Seer reached for him with its mind. Images, fear, fire. But Adam pushed back. His training, his will, his pain, all turned into power. He fought, not with fists but with memory, the faces of the lost, the hope of the living. And then the Mind Seer screamed. It cracked like glass. The control broke. The people in the city woke up. The Mind Seer faded into dust. The silence was deep. Then cheers began. Adam turned to his team. Echo is not just machines or messages. It's all of us, and we're not done yet. Back in his tower, Breck saw the news. Cities rising, people fighting, Echo symbols everywhere. He smashed his screen. The alien said, "Earth is slipping," Breck replied. "Then we take it by force." But he was too late. Echo had already risen. The sky was no longer quiet. Giant alien ships moved across the world like dark clouds. Their lights glowed red, and their engines screamed through the sky. This was not a warning. This was war. Chancellor Breck stood in front of the alien leaders, inside the central command tower. His hands shook. He had promised them victory. He had told them that humans would kneel. But now, cities were rising. People were fighting. Echo had become a movement that even the aliens couldn't stop. "They are just humans," Breck whispered. "We still have the weapons. We still have the power." But the alien leader, taller than any man, replied coldly, "You lied. Now, you will fight beside us, or die." Across the world, the final battle began. Adam Kane stood on a mountain cliff, looking down at the battlefield. Forests burned in the distance. Drones flew overhead. Tanks rolled through the fields. But beside Adam stood hundreds of fighters, titans, echo rebels, civilians, young and old, soldiers and farmers, all ready. "This is it," Adam said. "They came to break us, but today we break them." Lena stood beside him, holding her rifle. Her face was calm. "Let's finish what they started." The humans had a plan. Echo teams would jam the alien ship's signals. Titan units would strike ground troops from behind. Special squads would go after key targets, energy cores, command systems, and the aliens' mind control tech. Malik Raza drove one of the first assault trucks. His arm was still in a brace, but his spirit burned like fire. "Let's show them Earth bites back," he shouted as he sped toward the enemy. The battle exploded. Missiles lit the sky. Alien walkers stomped through buildings. Echo jets flew, like birds, firing from the clouds. Human fighters charged with homemade weapons and stolen alien guns. It was chaos, fire, and fury. Adam fought on the front lines. His body moved like a machine, fast and sharp. He dodged plasma blasts, broke through enemy lines, and pulled wounded fighters to safety. Around him, titans moved like ghosts, unseen, deadly, brave. But the aliens were strong. Their technology was advanced. They had more ships, more guns, more soldiers, and now they had activated something new. A tower rose from the center of the battlefield. Black metal, sharp edges. It hummed with power. It was a control tower designed to shut down Echo's tech and freeze human minds with fear. People began to panic. Echo units lost connection. Fighters fell back. Adam looked at the tower. "We take that tower down or we lose everything." "I'll go," Lena said. "No," Adam replied. "We go together." They gathered a small strike team, Malik, Lena, and 3 Echo soldiers. They moved fast, using smoke and fire to hide. They dodged alien mechs and climbed broken buildings. The closer they got to the tower, the stronger the pulse. It shook their bones and clouded their minds. But they pushed through. Inside the tower, the walls were alive, moving, glowing. Alien. Guards waited, but the titans were faster. Lena shot 2. Malik took out another with an EMP bomb. Adam reached the top and saw it. The control core. A swirling orb of energy. He pulled a charge from his pack. "This ends now." As he placed the charge, an alien leader appeared. The same one who had first watched Adam in the arena. Its eyes glowed. Its voice was sharp. "You could have ruled. You could have been our weapon." Adam looked at it. "You don't understand humans." The alien attacked. Fast, deadly, Adam fought back. Every hit hurt. His ribs cracked. Blood filled his mouth. But he didn't fall. He grabbed the alien, slammed it into the wall, and pressed the trigger. The tower exploded. The pulse died. Across the battlefield, the alien army paused. Their connection was broken. Their control systems failed. Echo tech came back online. Human minds cleared. Then the counterattack began. Jets rained fire. Ground troops charged. Drones crashed into alien tanks. The humans pushed hard. The aliens began to retreat. Breck tried to run, but Echo found him. He begged for mercy. "There's no place left to hide," Lena said. "You chose your side." The battle lasted until sunrise. When the smoke cleared, the field was quiet. Bodies lay in the dirt. Ships burned in the sky. But Earth was still, standing. Adam sat on a rock, breathing hard. Lena wrapped a bandage around his arm. Malik leaned against a wall, smiling through the pain. "It's over," Lena whispered. "No," Adam said. "It's just beginning." He looked at the people around him. They were tired, wounded, but alive. Free. The war had ended. The invaders had fallen. And the world would never forget how humans rose together, fought back, and won. Echo would remain. Titans would protect. And Earth would never kneel again.